Hey y'all, it's your girl Chef Erinn, aka Cooking with Chef E, and today we are doing a back to school dinner special. So this, you might think you know what I'm about to cook. You're saying to yourself, she's making a chicken pot pie. Kind of, sort of, but not really. I'm doing chicken pot pie soup. It is a great meal that you can stretch for your family, and this is a good one for large families. You don't have to cook the chicken from scratch if you don't want to. You can buy an already made rotisserie chicken from the grocery store like I have, or if you do want to do your chicken from scratch and you have a whole chicken at home, I would say season it with whatever seasonings you like. I typically use my rotisserie chicken seasoning, an all-purpose seasoning salt, onion powder, garlic powder. You want to stay away from the onion salt and garlic salt. That's too much sodium, but the powders give it that nice flavor. And a little bit of rotisserie chicken seasoning and a little sazon, chicken bouillon, and those are our seasonings. We have our onions, we have our celery, we have some heavy cream, and I'm just gonna take my chicken stock out of the picture so that you can see our potatoes, our mixed veggies, and our gravy. And the gravy is gonna also thicken up the soup so that it's not as thin as like a chicken noodle soup. Now let's get cooking in the kitchen. All right, y'all, we're gonna go ahead and cut up this rotisserie chicken into nice chunks. We're gonna go ahead and get this chopped up. Boom. And this meat just literally came off the bone, guys. I didn't have to work hard at separating the chicken. It literally just fell off the bone. And you can get any rotisserie chicken you want. You can even make this dish pretty much all organic if you want to, buy frozen veggies that are organic. You can get an organic gravy. So just remember, whatever, and you can also, if you are someone that is pescatarian, but you will utilize chicken broth, or you can use veggie broth for this recipe as well. But, you know, we like meat over here, so we're gonna go ahead and finish chopping this up. But you can freak it any way that you want to. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and get this chicken in the bowl, and we're gonna season it up. So what we want to do is take our all-purpose seasoned salt, our onion powder, our garlic powder, our rotisserie chicken seasoning, and y'all know I gotta hit it with a little bit of that sazon. That's sazon. All right, just mix this all together, get this in here, and now what we're gonna do is saute up our veggies. I'm gonna take these gloves off. Since I actually don't have to touch anything else, turn on this stove, guys, and we're gonna get to cooking. And what you wanna do is start with your onions and your celery. It's gonna build that flavor up for you. Let them get a little translucent before we go on ahead, dump in the chicken, dump in the potatoes, and dump in the broth. We're gonna still have to season it up some, but you'll really start to see the flavors come together quickly. All right, let's get this dumped in the pot. Now your onions and celery are gonna probably take anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes to kind of cook down a little bit. You do want this to be a little bit more on the translucent side because it's not a dish that you're gonna put in the oven. All right, y'all, we are back. Those veggies are now cooking down. Let's take a look. The moment you see your veggies start to turn translucent, now it's time where we want to go on ahead and add in our chicken broth. You want to use the entire container of chicken broth inside your soup. Now let's go ahead and dump this in. We're gonna go on ahead and just fill this up with some water. We're back, guys. Now let's take a look. I did fill up my broth container with some more water. And we're gonna add in our chicken bouillon. I prefer the kind that's already powdered, but you can use any brand that you would like. This is 2 packages of powdered chicken bouillon. Just dump that right on in. Just dump it right on in, guys, and we're just gonna let these flavors build. Now I'm gonna go on ahead and add my potatoes. Because my potatoes were already par cooked, I'm gonna let them continue cooking inside my chicken stock, and I'm gonna also add in some more onion powder and garlic powder to taste and see how that brings out that flavor. We are back, guys, and now we're about to throw in the chicken. Let's take a look on our onions and celery, see how they're doing in the pot. All right, we've put in our potatoes. We've also thrown in our chicken bouillon, and now we're gonna throw in our chicken. We're gonna do that for a few minutes, let it come to boil, and then we're gonna start building our flavors out with our seasonings, and then we're gonna add our mixed vegetables last because they're pretty much already done. They were frozen mixed vegetables, and you don't want them overcooked or mushy. All right, let's get all this fabulous chicken in the pot. Let's get that mixed around, and we also want to add our cream at this point as well. We're gonna allow this to cook down and kind of do its thing right now. It's even starting to come together. It's stinking so good up in this pot. All right, y'all, let's let this come to a boil, and we're gonna dump in our other seasonings. Once that happens, we'll be right back. All right, y'all, we're back. It's literally starting to come to that boil. I'm gonna go on ahead. I'm gonna dump in some fresh garlic. You wanna do it at this step and not when you are actually sauteing the onions and celery. You don't want your garlic to burn and leave a bitter taste in your mouth. So once it's kind of come up, you wanna go ahead and dump in your garlic, like so. And then you wanna also dump in your onion powder, additional onion powder and garlic powder. Let's get that stirred up. Ooh. A little stank on it. Got burned a little bit, but you know, that comes with the territory. Now we want to throw in our rotisserie chicken seasoning, and this is actually powdered gravy. We want to go ahead, you can get this in your refrigerator, in your grocery store aisle. Usually it's where the beans, dried beans and rice are, as well as your gravies and that kind of thing. So this is, I think, like a McCormick's type dry powdered gravy mix. You want to go ahead and dump that in with your rotisserie chicken seasoning. Season your food to taste. You shouldn't dump everything in unless you've done the recipe several times and you know what your palate is accustomed to, okay? But, so I've only put in some of the rotisserie chicken seasoning because I want to see how it's going to taste first. But we're going to dump in all of this powdered gravy. Ooh, and we're roaring, y'all. All right. Now we want to go ahead and add our mixed vegetables. And last, we're going to go ahead and add our gravy and let that all come together. Now we want to dump in our gravy. And now it's really going to come together, guys. We want to let this cook down a little bit. So this is we're gonna put the top on this and we're gonna let it simmer for about 20 minutes and we'll be right back. We are back, y'all, and this soup stinks so good. Let's come take a look. This is the ultimate comfort food for anybody that just is a cold, raw day. This is a back to school special. This just feels like your nana, your grandma gave you a hug. Now let's go ahead and plate this up. All right, we're gonna go ahead and put a little bit more in here. Boom. And this is packed and loaded with chicken. All right, it smells so yummy, guys. All right, we're just gonna garnish this with a little bit of chive. We're about to dig in. All right. See how it's a little thicker than a normal soup, but it's not as thick as a traditional pot pie? Listen, we gotta blow a few times because I don't want to burn up a lip. Hold on. Y'all, somebody need to call the orthopedic because I done broke both feet off in this right here. This is the truth with an F and not a TH, y'all. I'm about to throw down on my soup. I'm gonna see y'all next week cooking with Chef E.